Hello, welcome back to Korea.
Alright, good evening from Mangwon Market. If you have been watching our videos for a little while, you have seen this place 2 times. We've been here twice. So why did we come back? Well, we came back because Jay, our friend who we met during his fantastic GWANGJANG Market tour, since we left in May, has developed a new tour in this area, which is where he lives, called How to Eat Like a Korean, local, maybe something, I'll put it here, which was perfect because we actually were going to take my parents on the GWANGJANG Market tour that we'd already been on because it was that good, but then we saw he had a new one, so we're doing that.
Also, have you talked about how busy it is because of Chuseok? Is that right?
Very busy because of Chuseok. But anyway, that's what we're doing tonight. Oh, and another fun fact, I guess we should explain where Hayes is. Hayes has a babysitter, yet again. This time, the babysitter is a really special person because it's Stella, who's Jay's girlfriend, who actually last time we met Jay, he went home and he was talking about his group to his girlfriend, he was talking about this family that was traveling, us, whatever, and then he showed her a picture of Hayes, and she was like, oh, I saw them on the metro. Anyways, she thinks Hayes is cute, she loves kids, and so when we said we wanted to take my parents on this tour, we would get a babysitter. He said, no, Stella wants to babysit. So we left Hayes with Stella, and we're with Jay on this new food tour.
Chicken with beer. Only came from the southern US out the Korean world. Well, back then we used to eat a boiled chicken, and then the fried chicken came, and you can find it tasty. So it started to get bigger and bigger. But we made a sauce and Korean style chicken, what we call yangnyeom chicken, so sweet chili sauce, and that's kind of difference between the American style chicken and Korean style chicken. And the most common thing would be like half and half. So today we're gonna try tiny little chicken that are famous from the market. So it's a really old school chicken that people, because normally there's always a local and we eat with gloves. When it comes to food and drinks in Korea, it's all about food. And depends on what you eat, there are certain drinks that match. And one of the most common foods that goes well with beers are chicken. So that's what we call chimek, chicken with beer. Chimek. You can have some chimek and see how Koreans hang out with chimek.
Pour for me, please, ma'am. Jay was actually the first person that taught me the Korean custom that you pour for others, not for yourself.
3, 2, 1, 짠!
How long did you want this?
The most common way to eat chicken is like when there's a sports game. When there's any sport like football or like anybody pretty much football and baseball is most popular sports in Korea.
That's awesome.
So last time we were really impressed that the first thing he taught us was how to say thank you so that when we left we could tell all the vendors thank you. He's made that a little bit more challenging on this second tour, and he just taught us to say 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. It's good to say after. Can we not just say 맛있어요?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
We can't just say 맛있어요.
It's delicious, right? But it's like more like 잘 먹었습니다. It's like a thank you for your dish. I enjoyed your dish. It's a great way to say after, either if you go to a restaurant or if you get invited from Korean people person. After that you say 잘 먹었습니다 means I enjoyed your dish. It's like thanks for your meal, you know.
So we're gonna be saying that every time we leave to tell them how delicious the food is.
Come on in, guys.
We've just walked to stop 2. We haven't actually been in Mangwon Market, which is really interesting. It makes it feel like really local and neighborhoody. Is great for us because we've been there a couple times. I bet we'll go by the end of it, but right now we're at stop 2, which we think is Jeon. which hopefully means there's some makgeolli in here. And it's something we wanted my parents to try. That's the other great thing about this tour is like there's all this stuff we wanted them to eat that we were gonna have them eat, but now we're just gonna wander around, have a babysitter, and let Jay show us and actually give way more information than we would have been able to give. It's a lovely afternoon so far.
I love this guy. Oh, now you're.
That's good. That was good though, Ellen.
I love this guy.
Makgeolli.
Makgeolli.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Did you study Korean? Yeah. Rice wine, rice beer, and it used to be called Nongju, which means farmers. So back in the days, those farmers, when they have lunchtime, they have some makgeolli with it, and they give them more energy. So when we drink makgeolli, we drink like a farmer style with the rice bowl. And I'm gonna give you one each.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1, 짠!
I like it.
How do you think?
Right? It's
Good.
quite unique.
Was Jeon and makgeolli, and it was great. I don't know how much I filmed. And now we are actually walking through Mangwon Market for our third time. This is great. I love this market. Feels like it's becoming a very, maybe it already was a popular tourist destination.
What is really different about this tour compared to the other tour that we did with Jay and GWANGJANG Market is that this is way more laid back than that laid back in here right now because it's super busy. But it's just a lot more chill. Like we're going to fewer stops and spending more time at the stop, sharing food and drinks and just chatting with other people on the who are part of the tour, which is really awesome. And also just spending more time with Jay. Like he's fascinating. And he has such an interesting insight into, I don't know, current Korean culture. He's also, we're somewhat similar in age as well, so that's really fascinating. And yeah, just having a really, really enjoyable evening.
Well, I highly recommend the GWANGJANG Market. You should absolutely do that if you're coming to Seoul. Like it's a must, and it's so good to do it with him because you get to learn more, eat more, and try new things. But this, I would also recommend if you show up to Seoul because it's like a very good intro into how Koreans eat and drink. Very classic dishes that you could, yeah, obviously try on your own, but it's the sitting and the chatting, and it's like a very natural way to learn about Korean culture instead of going to like a history museum or whatever, which you should do that too. That's great, but he's such a natural educator. You just sit, you think you're like hanging out with friends, and you're like, no, I actually learned so much about Korea just then. By the way, I can't even believe I have to say this, but we do have some sponsored content on here now. We will never recommend something that we don't truly recommend, but this isn't sponsored. We love Jay, we paid for this tour. We would pay for this tour 10 times over. It's worth every penny. I'll put all the info in the description box below.
And also something that's really unique and that's something we didn't experience last time we were here was being here during a holiday or in the run-up to a holiday because everyone is out buying stuff, getting ready. It's, I don't know, makes you a little bit homesick for holidays that we have back in the US and in the UK. And just that excitement and that buzz of like buying stuff and being with your family and all that kind of stuff. So this is a cool experience, a cool time to be here, and yeah, just excited to see what the next couple of days are going to be like as well, because as the holiday sort of ramps up. But markets are such a cool way to experience an insight into your country's culture. Love it.
Weirdly, like having moments of like, where's Hayes?
What do you keep?
I keep, every time we aren't with Hayes, which is becoming more and more frequent, but we've been traveling longer and longer. But I have these like little moments where I like panic and look around for Hayes. I'm like, no, he's not with us. I feel like I see so much more when you're not having to like worry about a 3-year-old.
Yeah, I think it's like a mental release that you're like,
And that's some alcohol too.
a little bit loosey. A little bit loosey-goosey.
I mean, that's another good thing about Jay's tours is that you sample quite a bit of local alcohol.
Yes, yeah, he's good at that.
Pork with the soju is the best combination. And then in these places, we are cooking different style of sotukgok, which is a leaf from the fruit. And it's really old style. Right. And some some of salad, and then a little bit of salt, yeah. The garlic as well. Try it like that. It's gonna be really hot. Because it's bringing more. I'm gonna leave it here for you guys.
I mean, does that not look like...
Talk us through the layers of that.
Alright, I got some seaweed, I got some radish, I got some of the fried pork belly, I got some of the bean sprouts, some of the spring onion, banchan, and a little bit of the samjang, and a little bit of garlic. So there's a lot going on in this bite. Cheers. It was a big bite, sorry. DY. Jay didn't cook the pork belly that long because you don't want it like super overcooked or whatever. So that was so flavorful, but anything with that amount of ingredients in it is just a winner. I mean, that well, don't go away just yet. That's the best bite I've had so far on this tour. I got you some garlic.
That's the way to my heart.
Like, are you guys going any other places?
So good. It tastes different here.
I think it's because you haven't had to peel it yourself.
It's so good. Oh, it's spicy.
Yeah.
A nice thing to do is to make a sam for somebody you love.
Who are you making yours for?
For me?
Okay, I'm going a bit of radish.
The problem, I'm making it like the one I want to eat.
Well,
We didn't put enough sauce last time.
I'm going to put a bit of kimchi on it. Jay said that was good. Oh yeah.
But it's too much.
Too much kimchi? I bet it's for Stephanie.
Alright, go for it.
No way! No way.
One bite. You should like try it, Mel. Make the one red for another.
I'm pretty good.
Mine look better than yours.
Right, that's how, yeah.
Oh!
A chili pepper. Try to go for it with the chili.
Oh, wow. Do the pepper. From now on, there's nothing to wait.
Yeah. Well, that chili is not that spicy.
You like spicy?
It's the person that Pete loves second at this table is not mom or dad, but he's making one for Jay now.
I know that he loves radish.
How do you know?
I just know.
For your information, I don't like radish, right?
Right, we're gonna go for not one piece of garlic. No.
Just for your information, I don't like garlics, right?
So I know he loves his bean sprouts. He works out a lot. He's you know. Jay.
Oh, that's a massive piece. Oh my god.
One bite, Jay.
One bite.
One bite.
Oh my god. But there's a okay, there's a meat. I did,
got it.
I did good. John, cheers.
So we're getting, this is like the end of the meal. I mean, this is like a pretty common theme with Korean cooking, is that you think you've eaten what is the meal, but then there's this like extra thing that gets added, which is basically using all the leftover bits and then making another dish out of it. So you're like full, but then you're like, oh, but that looks awesome, because they're making this whole other dish. Anyway, so it's all the bits that were left over, plus some rice, plus some kimchi thrown on it, and now she's just like cutting it all up, cooking it on the griddle, and like we're gonna eat it. It's gonna be amazing. But like, I mean, these Koreans.
I have no room left. This is a separate video, but for lunch we had hanjongshik. It's a lot of food. Yeah, it's all the like best bits from the griddle. So like all like the crunchy burnt pieces. I love burnt things, and I love rice. It's all that stirred together, and it's great.
What's Haze?
Where's Haze?
So things to remember: chicken with beer, pancakes with makgeolli, and then pork belly, samgyeopsal with soju. Okay. Thank you so much.
Did you guys have fun?
I loved it.
Great trip. He was as good as you said he was, maybe even better.
Cannot recommend anything Jay does highly enough. It was such a nice evening. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. If you haven't seen our other tour with Jay in GWANGJANG Market, hopefully that's up on the screen now. And hopefully you'll enjoy that too. Evidently he looks like some famous Korean celebrity that I don't know, Lee something. If you think that's true, let us know below. The end, goodbye. Appreciate you watching. See you in the next one.